I strongly believe that in a manifestation and affirmation technique, in order to not go wrong and do it right, you need to accumulate a clear understanding of your mind, of the cognition level, the cognition processes, the cognition abilities, and whatever the neuroscience knowledge of your mind. You have to get the neuroscientific knowledge and the basic knowledge about how the system within is working. Only then will you be able to do the meditation and the manifestation and the affirmation or any spiritual practice right. This is what I've experienced in my life, and this is what I make the spiritual seeker do. Get a full information, get full knowledge about how your system within your mind is working. It is not about you want to become a doctor or some psychologist, or what do you have to do with it. It is only you who have to do with it, because if you want to become, if you want to kill this dependency, if you want to kill the slavery, then you have to become your own doctor. And in order to do that, you have to have an understanding of your mind. You have to accumulate the knowledge of how the hormones are working, how the hypothalamus region of the brain and mind is working. And when you do a particular action, say you want to manifest something, or you don't want to manifest something, you want to attract something, you want to follow a particular law of attraction technique, in order that you do right and not get hold of the pictures, get hold of the things that you're doing wrong, to immediately get an alert, a red flag, okay, this is the mistake that I've made. You don't need a teacher for that, you don't need a spiritual teacher for that, you don't need a spiritual guru for that. Make your mind your own guru. How will you do that? Accumulate knowledge. You have accumulate knowledge, then once you are getting impacted by a wrong kind of memory, immediately your subconscious has been getting that trained knowledge and that gyan, that urja and that energy, that why it is going wrong. Immediately your subconscious will tell you, okay, it is that amygdala stress hormone which is working, and this is going to release, and the memory, bad memory which is impacting me, it is contributing in release of the cortisol. And once the cortisol is released, my serotonin is dropping down, so I'm feeling bad, I'm in this bad mood. So when you get an understanding of it, you will immediately be able to beat the negative energy and get back your cleansed aura and get rid of the impure aura. So who has done it for you? No spiritual teacher has done it for you, no guru has done it for you. You have done it for your own self. And you are capable of doing it. Why? Because it is the design of the Supreme Consciousness. Just make a conscious intention of studying how your mind works and how you can deal with your mind and tactfully train it in a way so that it can manifest the right kind of things. There is a huge difference between manifestation and daydreaming. Most of the spiritual seekers think that they are consciously doing a meditation practice and a manifestation practice, but the meditation doesn't work, the manifestation techniques also doesn't work. They full-fledgedly begin with it with full force, enthusiasm and zeal, but after 4-5 days, after a week, a month or two, they realize and they say that manifestation techniques are not working, affirmations are not working for them. But the reality is, affirmation and manifestation has not been occurring with that spiritual speaker. What the spiritual speaker has been doing is, what the person has been doing is, he has been daydreaming, he has been chasing the dreams, he has been being lost and being absent-minded. Being lost and being absent-minded is not manifestation. When you are lost in your dreams, when you're thinking, when you're smiling away, when you're whiling away your precious time, your precious urja, your precious energy on dreaming and investing on dreams, investing on planning, investing on chit-chatting with friends and saying that I am manifesting this, this and this, then you have to become very clear about this one fact. You have to come face to face and face this fact that manifestation is not happening with us. What is happening is daydreaming is happening with us. And there is a huge difference between daydreaming and manifestation. When you daydream, you while away your time. When you make plans, you while away your time. And when you consciously train your subconscious, work on your conscious mind and mindfully try to activate the hormones that are the happy hormones, then your manifestation has good chances to work, because you are doing a conscious practice to make it happen, to make it work. On the contrary, if I'm whiling away my time, if I become Gauri the dreamer and invest on daydreaming and I invest on thinking and making unnecessary plans that has no means, that has no result, that has no guarantee, guarantee and I keep on thinking that maybe this will work, okay, this is not working, let me manifest this, okay, this is also not happening, let me manifest that. Let's understand this with a very clear example of the visualization technique which the minds fail to send the right kind of signals to the universe. Suppose you say you are sending a signal such as apple. Now you want to eat apple. The subconscious has seen many images of apple. First apple comes to your mind, the red color apple which you have been eating. Then comes that apple fruit seller who was that day selling the fruit, the face of that fruit seller who was sending apples. Then the fruit seller from there will transit to the seller of the apple products, the apple phone, the apple laptop. Then the images of the apple phones and the apple shop will come to the mind, that is the subconscious mind, and accordingly it will send mixed signals to the universe. Suppose you imagine pen. Subconscious will think, what kind of pen? Pen that you use to write, or is it talking about the pen drive that we use to store memory? What is the pen that you want to achieve? So this is exactly how you plan a vacation. I want to go somewhere. Now the subconscious will think, where does it want to go? It's planning a vacation. So it will send confused signals to the universe, because the conscious intelligence is very, very different from the universal intelligence and the cosmic intelligence. The universe intelligence is directly proportional with the intelligence of the subconscious, which is completely raw, which is completely organic, and it is directly proportional with the intelligence that is the subconscious intelligence, which is completely raw, which is completely organic, and it is bereft of the intelligence of the superficial conscious mind, because conscious mind is all about ego, conscious mind is all about desires, conscious mind is all about the day-to-day conflicts and the day-to-day needs of your life. But the subconscious is completely raw, it is completely organic. It is like that child, if you want to impose something on the child, the children have their own world, they will never listen to you. They will stay busy in their own world, scribbling something, writing something, noting something, drawing something, playing with something. They don't have logic. Conscious mind follows logic, but the subconscious is as raw as that newly born child who has no logic. The only logic which it has, it is completely aligned with the universal and cosmic intelligence. Keeping this theory, keeping this law in mind, we have to tactfully handle our subconscious mind just like a child, and we have to be playful with it. We cannot impose it. Suppose you're trying to affirm, you are making some sort of affirmation and manifestation. You are writing 100 times, I am rich, I am successful. Even if you write it 1000 times, your subconscious is not even taking a note of it. It is not even looking at it. Leave alone getting impressed with it. Leave alone thinking over it. Leave alone applying it. Leave alone feeling it. The subconscious is not even taking a look at that paper in which you have written 1000 times, I am rich, I am successful. Whatever pen you may choose of your color, it's not going to work. Manifestation don't work like that. Manifestation takes a whole lot of hard work which needs to be done effortlessly. Hard work, I don't mean that go on scribbling or to try and make your mind effort. You have to go very effortless, but you have to do hard work on yourself. You have to accumulate the knowledge of the hormones that trigger wrong kind of emotions and that get triggered by the wrong kind of emotions. You have to do hard work on working on yourself. You have to make a conscious intention to work on your subconscious, to train it, to meditate it, to do the meditation practice in the right kind of manner so that it prevents the wrong kind of hormones from getting triggered. Do we know that serotonin and cortisol are two such hormones which cannot go hand in hand? It is completely inversely proportional. The one rises, the other deteriorates. Cortisol is that gets released every time a bad memory hits you, every time you get carried away by a negative emotion, there is a release of cortisol. And every time when you feel some sort of happiness, you get some sort of good news, you get some sort of zeal, some kind of kick, what get released is the serotonin. Now they are completely contradictory, they are completely inversely proportional. The one rises, the other decreases. So continuous release of the cortisol, continuous release of the stress will always hinder and will always put an obstacle in the growth of the serotonin level. And the serotonin level deteriorates, you cannot manifest right kind of things because your happy hormones are not coming out. It is only the stress hormones which are in action and your stress hormones are activating, and somewhere it is going on deteriorating, it is going on weakening your subconscious. It is weakening the potential of a subconscious that is inherent. You have it within you. We all have that potential, but if we consciously don't decide to work on it, manifestations don't happen like that. Daydreaming is not manifestation. If you imagine something, it is just imagination. It can be anything. It can give you temporary happiness, temporary boost, temporary kick. Temporarily, I'm thinking, okay, it's a new idea. I'm full of that zeal, that motivation, but then slowly I get bored of it because it is not the real manifestation. We are not doing manifestation because manifestation needs a whole lot of planning, a proper conscious guided meditation, a guided technique to be followed, and a guided intention that this is how I'm going to plan, and I have to be very clear about it. It is not some I imagine something, but then the whole world will manifest and they will achieve everything they want. And the world will be a beautiful place to live in. And this is possible. This is possible if we take the help of cosmic intelligence. This is possible if we decide to do that hard work on us. But if we decide to not do the hard work and choose the easy path to just daydream, while away your time, then there is the whole life left with us. Years pass by and then we leave this kind of practices saying that, okay, this doesn't work. At the end of the day, it's my destiny, and if I'm destined to suffer, I am going to suffer. No, it is not the destiny. I am against, my belief system is against it. If it is destiny, then it is some power that has designed the destiny, and that some power who has designed the destiny has that ability, has that command, has that supreme power to change your destiny, to change the fate. If I am fated to meet with a deadly accident, if I am consciously connected to that supreme power, if I ask from that protection from that supreme power, if I want to live long, if I manifest the right kind of things, if I manifest prosperity in my life, then that fate is going to change, because he who has designed and written that change, that fate, I am connected to that power, and that power is going to change my fate. That power is going to listen to my prayers. That power is going to do the best for me and change my fate. Fate is something that if you want to escape, then you can take the route that I have. I am destined. Destiny is always there, but then to give up thinking that there is this destiny, no, it is that some power, it is that supreme consciousness that is in full control and command of everything that we are doing, everything that is happening with us is on his command and at his will. So if we are able to please him and convince the will of the supreme consciousness, then that power is going to change our destiny. That power is going to change our life for good, for benefit, for prosperity. Bred 41 days of life-changing course, life-changing experience, no dependency. What the slavery bred, kill those dependency, because at the end of the day, it is those dependencies that make us take the wrong kind of decisions, that take away precious years of our life. You want to manifest something, but there is this bad memories that are going to irritate us, the bad memories that are going to torture us. So what we do, we get indulged in negative things, we get indulged in watching web series, watching movies, we do all sort of things, we get indulged in parties, and all this we do. Why do we do all this? Just in order to get rid of the pain, of the emotional turmoil that is going within us. And this is nothing but inviting dependency. Illusion is making us do and invite dependency. We have to kill the dependency, because the supreme consciousness has designed us in a way that we get empowered. It is the Sashaktikaran in Sanskrit, Sashaktikaran of the soul. Sashaktikaran is empowering your soul. Soul empowerment, what we have to focus on, and soul empowerment makes us free. Soul empowerment makes us liberated, and there is no bond, there is no burden that can make us go into depression. There is nothing that can make us bound. There is nothing that can make us dependent. No dependency, what the slavery bred.